My friend, I often tell my patients, the way you begin your morning can shape the entire day for your heart. And I believe that not because of textbooks or research papers, but because I've seen it happen over and over throughout my years of practice. Our mornings are like the first doorway we walk through each day. And blood pressure, that quiet rhythm keeper of life, is especially sensitive to this moment. I've met people who changed just a few minutes of their morning routine, and suddenly their heartbeat felt calmer, their breathing felt lighter, and their entire day unfolded with a peace they thought they'd lost forever. I remember a man named Robert, 72. He told me that every morning he woke up feeling like his heart was running faster than the rest of his body. But only a few weeks after practicing the habits I taught him, he came to me and said, "James, for the first time in years, my mornings don't begin with fear anymore. Morning is the time when blood pressure rises easily because the body is shifting from rest into activity. If we rush stress or ignore the small signals our body sends, the heart ends up working harder than it needs to. But if we take just a few minutes, truly only a few, to wake the body gently with breath and mindful movement, the heart will thank us for the rest of the day." Today, I want to share with you some simple, subtle, yet incredibly effective morning habits, the ones that have helped so many of my patients stabilize their blood pressure, live more lightly, and regain a sense of control over their own health. Morning habit number one: drink a warm glass of water to awaken the flow inside your body. My friend, here's something fascinating I've learned after more than 30 years in medicine. Sometimes the things that help stabilize blood pressure are not complicated at all. They're wonderfully simple, and warm water in the morning is one of those simple things. I remember Harris is 72 joking with me, "James, I've been taking blood pressure pills for 10 years, but I never imagined a glass of water could help." I smiled and said, "It's not the water itself that's magical. It's how it wakes up your body. When you first wake up, your circulatory system is like a river that's been still through the night. Blood flows more slowly, blood vessels are slightly constricted, and blood pressure can spike if you stand up too fast. But when you drink a warm glass of water, something quiet and beautiful happens. Blood begins to flow more freely. Blood vessels gently open. The heartbeat steadies, and the body awakens in the softest way." Harris followed the routine. Every morning before getting out of bed, he placed a hand on his chest, took one deep breath, and drank half a glass of warm water. 6 weeks later, he told me, "James, I feel like my mornings begin more gently now. No more heavy chest or dizziness." You see, the body doesn't always need big changes. It just needs kindness. A warm glass of water, simple as it sounds, is the very first signal your body receives to stabilize blood pressure, activate circulation, and prepare for a peaceful day. My friend, if you wake up tomorrow feeling a bit sluggish, start with this small act. It is the first gift you can offer yourself each morning. Morning habit number two: drink warm water to awaken your blood pressure and circulation. My friend, there is something I always remind my patients, whether they are 50, 70, or 90 years old. The body wakes up much slower than the mind. We open our eyes in seconds, but the circulatory system, especially blood pressure, needs time to catch up. One morning, Geraldine, 72 years old, told me she often stood up too quickly and felt dizzy. She thought it was just age. But when I asked, "When do you drink your first glass of water?" she blushed. "James, probably not until noon." I told her gently, "Your body is like dry soil. Just a little water helps everything run smoothly again." A warm glass of water in the morning seems small, but it helps. Lightly thin the blood, easing stiffness in the vessels after a long night. Activate circulation and deliver oxygen to sleepy blood vessels. Allow the heart and kidneys to start their day in rhythm, preventing sudden spikes when standing or moving. What I love most about this habit is its kindness. No pressure, no rush, just a warm sip traveling down your throat as if you're telling your body, slowly, "Oeste." Today we begin gently. And the beautiful thing is, after just a few weeks, Geraldine returned and said, "James, I don't feel dizzy in the mornings anymore. It's like my blood pressure has been soothed." A warm glass of water, as simple as breath, can be the first gift you give your heart every single day. Morning habit number three: spend 5 minutes standing still to awaken your heartbeat and nervous system. My friend, most of us have the habit of jumping out of bed the moment we open our eyes, as if the day is pulling us forward before we're even ready. But for people with fluctuating blood pressure, that rush can trigger dizziness, a racing heart, or sudden pressure spikes, and the day begins with unease. I want you to try something incredibly simple almost. Still spend 5 minutes standing still after getting out of bed. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I met Martin, 72 years old. He told me that every morning, the moment he stood up, his heart went wild, his head felt light, and he had to grab the wall for support. He assumed it was just age, but really his body needed time to wake up the circulatory system. I told him, Martin, tomorrow morning when you stand up, don't walk right away. Just stand still, relax your shoulders. Place your feet firmly on the ground. Breathe gently, only 5 minutes. A week later, he came back with brighter eyes. James, this is strange, but just standing still for 5 minutes makes my whole morning feel more stable. There is nothing mysterious about it. When you stand still, the nervous system resets. Blood vessels open gradually. Blood pressure rises or falls slowly, safely. And the heart isn't startled by sudden movement. I want you to remember this. We don't always need to chase the new day. Sometimes we just need to stand still long enough for our body to walk with us. This tiny habit can stabilize your blood pressure more than you'd imagine. Morning habit number 4. Spend 3 minutes listening to your body before you start the day. My friend, after more than 30 years of working with older adults, I've realized something profound. The body is always trying to talk to us. We're just too busy to hear it. This fourth habit is not an exercise, not a nutrition tip, not even a breathing technique. It's simply sitting in stillness for 2 to 3 minutes to hear what your body is trying to tell you. I remember Gerald, 72 years old, a man who lived his entire life in a hurry. After he retired, he told me, James, I don't know what it means to listen to my body. I only know how to get things done, I told him. Then this is the moment you allow your body to speak. Every morning before stepping out of bed, he placed a hand on his chest, closed his eyes, and asked himself, how is my heart beating today? How is my breathing? Am I tense or am I calm? 3 months later, he returned, looking lighter, clearer. He said, James, I realize my blood pressure rises on the mornings when I wake up anxious. When I pause for 3 minutes, everything becomes clearer. You see, blood pressure is not just about the heart or blood vessels. It's also about the mind. A stressful morning can elevate blood pressure all day, but a peaceful morning can keep it steady in the most remarkable way. So I want you to try this. Before you do anything at all, let your body speak and let yourself truly listen. No judgment, no trying to fix anything, just in listening. Sometimes just 3 quiet minutes is enough to change the entire day ahead. Morning habit number 5. Spend 3 minutes sitting still and listen to what your body truly needs. My friend, there is something I've seen clearly in more than 30 years as a doctor. Not everyone truly listens to their body. We listen to the morning news. We listen to our phones ringing. We listen to the noise of the world. But we forget to listen to the smallest voice of all, the one inside us. I remember Patrick, 72. He told me his morning blood pressure was always unpredictable, sometimes high, sometimes low, and he had no idea why. Until one day he said, James, I realized I've never sat still for even 1 minute before starting my day. So I taught him a very simple habit. Sit down, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and just observe your body for 3 minutes. No complicated meditation, no advanced technique, just sitting quietly and listening. And in that stillness, Patrick started to notice the little signals he used to ignore. His heart beat faster on mornings when he felt worried. His breathing became shallow when he'd gone to bed too late. His knees felt heavier after days when he'd pushed his body too hard. Those small details turned out to be the very clues he needed to keep his blood pressure stable throughout the day. You see, silence is not empty. It is the place where your body quietly asks you, what do I need today to stay well? Those 3 minutes in the morning help you step into the day with a calmer mind, a steadier heartbeat, and a blood pressure that's less likely to swing up and down. Sometimes the greatest gift we give our health is simply not rushing. My friend, blood pressure doesn't change only because of age or illness. It changes when our mind is in a hurry, when our body is dragged into a life that's too fast, too stressful. The morning habits I've shared today are not magic tricks. They are small moments, but powerful enough to reset your balance before you walk into a long, unpredictable day. A slow breath, a few minutes standing in the soft morning light, a warm glass of water, or simply a moment at the window letting your heart soften. All of these send a gentle message to your cardiovascular system. Today, we don't have to live in tension. I've seen hundreds of patients change their lives just by changing their mornings. Their blood pressure became more stable, their minds grew more peaceful, and they felt as if they were finally taking back ownership of their health. If these reflections brought you a sense of connection, new understanding, or simply the feeling that you're not alone on this journey, I warmly invite you to subscribe to Heal Fit Health so that every morning you have a companion walking with you as you love healthier, calmer, and more fully one day at a time. Hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We still have many beautiful mornings ahead to begin together.